40 years, the Jewish Socialist Group has challenged anti-Semitism, racism and fascism wherever they arise. Our history as a minority living amongst other peoples all over the world has taught us that it's only in alliance with others that we can challenge prejudice, discrimination and persecution. Anti-Semitism has roots going back centuries. It would be a miracle if the Labour Party was immune from it. Inevitably, there are people who cross the line from valid political arguments into age-old prejudices. But to accuse this party, which was established by and for the most vulnerable people in society, of being riddled with anti-Semitism is nonsense. I don't know any Jewish people who go to their ward meetings in trepidation about the anti-Semitism they will experience there. And I don't think it's Labour Party members who are daubing swastikas on Jewish graves or greeting immigrants in Dover with banners proclaiming Hitler was right. The fear-mongering about anti-Semitism is not motivated by concern for the victims. It's being used as a weapon to undermine Jeremy Corbyn and to divide us from each other. Muslims from Jews, black people from white, long-standing immigrants from new arrivals, Europeans from non-Europeans. But we know that it's only by working together that we can create a society where lives are not blighted by racism. And we're here today to show that we're united in our determination to create that society. This year, we're celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Cable Street. On the 4th of October 1936, the impoverished Jews of the East End and their Irish neighbours barricaded the road with overturned lorries, torn up paving stones and whatever they could find to stop Oswald Mosley's black shirts from invading their streets and terrorising the residents. They defied the leaders of the Jewish community who urged the East Enders to stay indoors and avoid the fight. Those courageous people were not just opposing the fascists, they were defending the East End community as a treasure house of diversity. In 1936, the self-appointed leaders of the Jewish community made a wrong call. Today, our so-called leaders are making another wrong call as they defame the Labour Party and try to taint Jeremy's vision of a society based on equality, solidarity and social justice. This vision doesn't come out of thin air. All his life, Jeremy has actively defended human rights, supported refugees and opposed racism and fascism across the world. Jeremy's opponents are hurling insults at us. We're Trotskyist infiltrators one day, Nazi stormtroopers the next, Moonies the day after that. I know that if I was being threatened by anti-Semites, I would not go to the people who have jumped on the anti-Jeremy bandwagon and are trying to divide us from our natural allies. Jeremy and his colleagues in the leadership of the Labour Party have inspired. Imagine what we could do if he was Prime Minister. Our right to live free of fear is universal. We must fight for that right together. Thank you.